emotes kind of approved, I guess. That's pretty sick. Alright guys, welcome to this TvZ. To the bottom right hand side, our blue Terran player. It is, from my insanity, aLive. Going up against the green Zerg player to the top left hand side of the map, it is Guru. Best emote ever. Well, I'm glad you guys like it. This means one less emote I have to pay to get made. Thanks, Rifkin. Literally saving me money. Yeah, man. Apparently we have enough subs, Faith, to not have to get emotes approved anymore. Isn't that sick? The benefits of having a higher sub count. Just don't even have to get approved. Finally we know what Kapopa looks like. I'm not even sure if that's what it was meant to look like, but whatever. I've been waiting 3 years for this, says Faith. I don't think it's 3 years. I think it's 2 years. Alright. Well, we do see the hatch gas pool set up here in the early stages as we do go in towards game number 1 of this Zerg versus Terran. And intrigued to see what aLive brings to the table here. Obviously, just the other day in the GSL, he had quite some pretty solid TvZ to make it for his GSL group with a 4-1 map score against Scarlet and then Rogue. So he had a pretty good time over there. And yeah, excited for some more excited to see some more of his TvZ right now here in these matchups today. So let's see how he can do. We haven't seen any of aLive today. He's been not having the toughest run in the bracket so far, so it didn't necessarily make sense to cast his games just yet. As we will see this Reaper from aLive starting to move across the map. I like to cast StarCraft, says FaithSD. That was my best impression of what you typed. You will have my perma sub for this emote, says Just a Burger. Nice. I'm glad you guys like it. You can all thank Rifkin, who literally made it. Alright, well, we do see Zerglings are chasing down this Reaper at the front, and link speed is on the way up right now from Guru. So he's getting link speed up. The factory is going to be finishing in a few moments as well. And well, the command center coming down on the natural expansion too. So CC coming down on the low ground, as we do see that Queen just poking away at the Reaper, which has to back away, but does stay alive for long enough to see the third hatchery. So again, some information being gained at the moment. So some info being gained. And we're just going to be waiting to see what aLive's build still kind of is here. Just a single Hellion and a couple of Marines. Maybe just being safe here initially, and then we'll then kind of swap the factory onto the reactor. So that obviously is going to be the case now. Just another Marine as well, though. So looking as though it's going to be a Hellbat attack. With Hellbat Marine, probably a medevac immediately off of the starport. Then follow up with the armory in the near future as well when the minerals and gas allows for it. I'd be very surprised if this was anything other than the medevac right here, because again, very simply, you know, with so many Marines already made and making more Marines rather than a tech lab, it just is the very obvious way to go. Marine Hellion early pretty much always means Hellbat based attacks, and so there is the armory coming on down here. So aLive with a very solid way of setting up at the moment, as we do see this Reaper coming around the left hand side. As we are going to be seeing the Rotron from Guru just currently starting on up. It's going to be about halfway done, so Archie Roaches will be on the way out soon. Well, Roaches are a good way to defend against these Hellbat attacks. They're very sturdy, they don't get picked away at very easily like the Lings do. It can definitely work well, as we see those Lings do actually see the medevac, they do see the Hellions, and so Guru will know it's time to get, you know, get set up to deal with this. But right now, as Rotron's only just finishing, I'm not sure if the Roaches are going to be able to gather up together in time to really fight this. You know, we might see them popping out during the fight, but are they going to be gathered up to actually fight, you know, everything at once? You know, because that oftentimes is kind of the issue, I suppose. These initial Queens don't have any energy for transfusions. I'm going to be seeing those Hellbats, looking to see what else they can do. And, well, a couple things at the back, picking up a Marine, Nelly too. Medevac doing his job as well, though. Some Queens being chased still, and, well, the first roach is starting to come out right now, as we're going to be seeing the grenade trying to catch another one of those Queens. Doesn't quite get it immediately, but will get there in the end. That Queen falls. Now some Hellbat's going to drop in towards the main base mineral line as Guru just kind of scrambling to deal with this. 4 workers lost, obviously a lot of lost mining time. That's all things which are adding up here into aLive being able to go 33 workers against the 36 at the moment. be in a pretty decent position in terms of the eco. A Banshee follow-up as well makes a lot of sense, especially if the Roach is coming out, because it just keeps aLive so safe in case Guru tries to be counter-aggressive here, which he looks as though he will be doing. He adds on 30 more Zerglings, and he's still making more, which means he isn't looking to drone and macro. He wants to end this game with a push in the very near future. So figuring that out right away is a huge deal. There's actually aLive running by for some Hellions. We'll see that. Still has a Hellbat and a Reaper in the main base as well, which is actually picking away through another few drones. Well, the first Banshee is, I feel, maybe not in the right location. Where is it, even? Oh, there it is. It is tagging some Roaches. Well, that's what he needs to do with this. And this Hellbat's going to come into the third hatch. At the same time, finally the main base aggression cleaned up here. As well, the Roach is moving through, going to laser up those depots. TvZ obviously in some trouble. Banshee still trying to do a bit more. Tank on the way, another Banshee, and the damage output against those Roaches is really going to start increasing in the next few moments. And Guru will get a few SCVs though, in fairness. I mean, he's already gotten quite a few, and he's working his way through depots there as well on the low ground. And the damage done is adding up. As the tank coming in though, that should be the complete shutdown of this for real now, and he is going to get pushed away. So, getting pushed away, but still more damage to be done here. On the low ground, he's picking his way through this command center. So the third CC will probably have to be cancelled. In fairness, it looks as though Guru is probably doing enough with this overall. 17 workers killed, he goes up 16 workers overall in the game. He cleans out this attack on the third hatch now as well. If you look at the income leads, you can see where aLive's Hellbat attack did a great amount of damage, but now, obviously it bounces back into Guru's favour for the damage he does on that counter attack there very successfully. He has to throw down Spores still to deal with the double Banshee, which is now on the map with Cloak. As aLive starts up Stim Pack, 2 extra barracks are building. He's going into that very standard bio transition with the 3 racks coming in and just getting ready to go. So Zergling's going to come up the right hand side, and Guru going to be getting up top here, as we do see the 2 Banshees just again setting up and seeing what they want to try and get done maybe. I see 2 Queens from the right hand side as well coming in, and just going to be able to push those Banshees away back in towards the main or back through the main base. Well, I'm not finding too much with them. A drone here, drone there, but it is little bits and pieces of damage which do kind of, you know, add up throughout the course of the game, so works quite nicely. As you're going to see the Banshees back in towards the center, a couple of extra barracks on the way up. And we are going to be seeing the Stim Pack upgrade coming through from aLive, +1 attack upgrade, +1 armor upgrade. All of these getting set and ready to go as we see a third CC. Is also going to be added into play here. Banshees will cloak up once again, and triple Banshee's kind of scary. These Queens are a little bit out in the open right now. Might lose one of them. He's going to get a few shots off, and he is going to lose one of them. There's no transfuse available. Might even lose 2, because those Banshees can definitely tank 1 or 2 shots from the Spore Crawler, and oh, well, that one for some reason decides to go forwards again. Okay, now Guru's really taking some real damage. That's 6 workers, 2 Queens. aLive doing damage to again get back into this perhaps. A lot more Roaches on the way out. Guru will start up 7 more drones to make up for the ones he's lost. But again, a lot of Roaches on the way out. Is he afraid of a ground attack, or is he just looking to be aggressive himself? That's hard to say. He does have a lair, but he never started Roach speed. There it is, just starting now. I love the lifting of the tanks into the medevacs so that they don't get picked off as they move across. It just means that if they do get kind of separated or something, you know, it's not gonna happen. There's basically no way to kill this at the moment, so those tanks are gonna stay very safe until aLive decides to drop them off in a location they need to be in, which obviously generally is expected to be a very safe location. Overlord up here is gonna get taken down. Stimpak has finished for this push. There's a scan here from aLive, and it's a lot of Roaches, but honestly with siege tank fire, those Roaches disappear, although some of the tanks firing onto the Lings, which are on top of the Marines, that friendly fire definitely doesn't help, and this actually, if the Lings coming in from the other side, worked out pretty nicely from aLive, from the Guru in the end in terms of a defense. Again, those Banshees are going huge. I mean, that's 5 more kills again. Now the Spore Crawler unburrows. Banshee's going to go back over to the side here and just, again, avoid the Spore and do even more damage. 8 more kills for 29 kills across these 2 Banshees alone. Never mind the Banshee that was up before. These Banshees from aLive have really been absolute saviors through multiple parts of this game, as we see 4 extra Infestors on the way out in the third base, natural and main, plus 2 Carapace, plus 1 missiles, as we just see the very standard 2-2 upgrades coming up from aLive here now once again. Marines will stim over and they will pick off a whole chunk of those Zerglings. So that's quite nicely done, and we're just going to be seeing, again, some more creep just pushing on forwards here from Guru over to the right hand side. Another hatchery on the 4th base in the center. This Overlord that didn't actually go down before now will get picked away at, as we see combat shields finishing, and aLive continue with the aggression here. No siege tanks, just the one in the back. Yes, right now he has enough Marines to maybe just kind of lift up into medevacs if he needs to. He's at that sort of number where you can just lift everything up, so it actually works quite nice. Those Infestors don't have energy just yet either, and this Hive, which is on the way up, that's not going to last very long at all. Those Infestors are a few seconds away from fungal growth, so I mean, Guru will be able to start getting his way in towards that, but I mean, those fungals aren't necessarily going to be great for him anyways. There's one. I mean, does he have some sort of follow-up? Corrosive bars coming in. The medevacs are stuck in those fungals, so they can't really just split away from this or anything. As you do see that medevac lifting up and coming away through the top right-hand side. Again, 2-2 about halfway done. We're going to be seeing the +2 carapace upgrade as well for Guru. Coming in as well right here. Spore Crawler comes in behind the mineral line, and we are going to be seeing Roaches and Ravagers going to start pushing through the center of the map to look to see what's going to happen here. Marines and a tank up on the high ground, and we do see Ravagers pushing down the right. So, I mean, Guru's going to get aggressive again, and aLive's kind of out of position. Rallying over to this side. I mean, he's going to catch himself a couple of Ravagers here. I guess he's going to be just about okay. Splits away from those bars, and now he's actually going to grab some Roaches, which are coming back up through this side. This is really crazy. He's going to be seeing this tank obviously has to be lifted up. I mean, there's just kind of units everywhere. It's a bit of a messy scenario. It does go the way of aLive, it seems. Pushing those units back once more. He's going to see these Marines over here actually chasing down Queens. That medevac is so low. Doesn't go down just yet. Of course, Guru on 2 bases right now, having lost this Hive as well. I mean, that was huge because now his later game tech is delayed even further as well. We're going to be seeing those Infestors pulling away to the side. More Marines pushing on up, and we are going to be seeing another Queen going down. Ravagers being chased. And this tank firing from a distance on towards that 4th hatch. That 4th hatch is going to be picked away at now in the next couple of moments. So the 4th hatchery will fall. And we are going to be seeing the, well, 3 Broodlings continue to come on forwards and see what else they can get up to. A few Corrosive Bars coming down for fungal growth, and just going to be seeing the tank getting picked off as well. Nicely done here by Guru to clean up again, but he's really only hanging on by the skin of his teeth, and eventually aLive just gets into such a great position. Adding on Liberators already. You know, he's on 3 bases against just now coming back up to 3 bases. Guru, the economy difference has been huge for the last 2 minutes that this base has been dead. aLive has, you know, the 3rd set of upgrades coming through, so that's going to come into play for him. Guru's still just rebuilding the lair to then go into Hive, to then finally hit Hive tech. aLive just has an absolute eternity here to work with this kind of, well, to work with an army that's very good against lair tech only. And he's going to have so long to just take advantage of it, and so on and so on. Well, this medevac's still on the top right-hand side, looking for a way to maybe drop on in once again in the near future. A few Infestors continue to come out, and we're going to be seeing, well, the Roaches continue to come through as well, but, well, aLive just getting set up to attack. I mean, it's actually not been the case in this game where aLive's had a kind of a, what I would call like a real kind of clumped up or joined together army. He's always been kind of very separated. You know, he's been very separated. He's only had 1 or 2 tanks. This right now is a lot more powerful than what aLive has had, and it's the sort of thing that, well, the composition from Guru with Roach Ravager is very, very kind of reliant on kind of overwhelming and kind of fighting in smaller numbers. As the bio army grows, as the tank number grows, it becomes so much better against this Roach Ravagers. We're going to be seeing those Marines dropping in the back of this natural expansion. Oh, Queens are going to get rid of that medevac, and a couple of Marines are going to get taken down too. Tanks do siege, and we are going to be seeing Marines just stemming forwards here. You're going to see one of the Liberators getting taken down here right away, and again, a lot more Marines up the right, 4th hatchery. To the upper right-hand side as well, looking to see what else is going to happen. I see 1 tank gets taken down, a 2nd tank as well. Okay, well, this is quite nice. He actually takes down a lot of the tech units here, but aLive will just run around, and he's at the very least going to get a 4th base. He doesn't have medevacs to evacuate all of this, though, so he's a little bit trapped. He's just going to try and stem in towards this army and trade as best he can. Without the medevacs here, he actually loses quite a lot, and so Guru is going to be able to push his way through this army, and aLive, backing away. Well, he just wasn't really set up properly here. The tanks weren't sieged correctly. He didn't seem to have his reinforcements in position. Everything just seemed to go too well in favor of the Zerg player in this. Now Guru has a scary number of units to push across the map with. Marines coming up once again. Roaches and Ravagers still having to be very careful here. As you're going to see a couple of medevacs loading up, and aLive will run on over to the left-hand side of the map here. 6 Infestors on the way out. 5 more Roaches plus 2 missiles plus 1 melee. Guru's still setting up into all of this here, as you see another couple of medevacs still on the way at the moment. aLive is trying to bounce back up. I mean, one of the big things is right now is that aLive has free upgrades. And what does Guru have? Well, he's got kind of 1-1-2s. So he's got 2 carapace and 1 attack. And I just feel as though even though aLive took a great, Guru took a great fight before, future fights, even though aLive's kind of down on army supply, could still go aLive's way because he just trades so efficiently with this army. And look at this right now. I mean, a few roaches into the main are just doing nothing. I mean, he lost a hatchery here once again. And aLive really has a terrifying tank count now. And I just don't think Guru's going to have the time to actually get this Ultralisk Cavern up. And to get in towards Ultras. I mean, he'll get the Ultras Cavern up, but will he actually get the Ultras on the map and working? Well, probably not, as we see. Well, he dodges the first fungal growth, and the second one just grabs a couple medevacs. That's kind of fine for now. It's not the biggest of issues here. And just using the kind of map as well to kind of work his way up this right-hand side. Tank's going to siege once again. We're going to be seeing those... Oh, nice fungal growth on towards the bio. And we are going to see this upper right base is going to be denied here. So the base is picked up. That is completely shut down, as we're going to be seeing those queens continue to just transfuse each other up and picking off a Marauder. Coming back down over to the left-hand side, we're going to see tanks firing away once again. Well, extra tanks on the right really need to be sieged for these engagements, and that's what aLive realizes. The thing is, just Guru can't attack down this ramp here, and that's what keeps aLive so safe without his reinforcements. However, counter-attack from Guru, and that's what aLive is maybe even expecting to come, because he already sieges up those units and gets ready to go. It's going to be seen still this Roach Ravager trying to fight here and there, and continue to see what else is going. No Hydras in this composition, asks Just a Burger in the chat. I think it's just because of how low Guru's economy has been. It's been very difficult for him to afford Hydras, and he's also been building things that you don't usually have, such as Infestors maybe, at least in this higher number and so early in the game. So that probably is where a little bit of it's been going into as well. I was going to see extra tanks and sieging from aLive, and just going to be seeing more of this Roach Ravager Ultra Army positioning. aLive still just sort of positioning itself to the right hand side. He's got more units coming up here as well. Seeing where he can go with these. Scan on top of that army once more, as we are going to be seeing Ravagers, Roaches, etc. We're going to see what else they can do. Liberator sieges up, but the Queen will take that Liberator down. And here we go. Now aLive kind of sets up naturally into a bit of a concave here against this. Ultras do have chitinous, right? So in the end, I was wrong. He did get a chance to get the Ultras up. aLive maybe not pushing as aggressively as I thought, or I guess he did. I mean, he denied this base. I guess he just couldn't continue to push and actually kill off Guru just yet. Those Infestors actually make life very difficult for aLive. And you really keep him at a very difficult position here. As we are going to see that bio pushing through, a few drones going down again. Or just taking some more damage, and really just seeing where this goes. I mean, there's just such a spread of Terran that do you ever expect the Zerg to be able to really fight this? A lot of infested Terrans coming into play, and that's something which aLive has to be very careful of. That tank fire is going crazy on a lot of these Ultras, and there's only one Ultra left. And now a lot of these infestors are going to be running very far forwards to the point where the bio is just targeting them down. One more Ultra comes into play from the top side of the map. aLive is coming out of this with enough units left over to keep on pushing it away. The last few Ravagers, okay, they're going to get one more tank, but that seems to be about it. Tank fire is still in play. He gets another Queen as well. And more tanks are coming in and sieging up already to keep on fighting against these couple of Ultras. Alright, so the Ultra gets picked off and the tank's going to unsiege once more, continue to push up to the top side. As you are going to be seeing this Queen fighting against the, well, Medevac there gets taken down instantly. And we are going to be seeing these Marauders. It's going to be picking off another Queen as well. Lings still running on through here, another Queen going to go down. Eventually aLive is going to take this game, number 1, but man, he really had to fight for this after taking such a lead early. Thought it was going to be a lot simpler for him, but Guru really, again, a lot of players today are just holding on for a very long time in these games. You're making life difficult for each other, as you see. That's it. aLive takes the first game of this best. Yes, it happens a lot to me. Anyways, game 2 of this semi-final matchup to the bottom right-hand side. It is going to be our blue Terran player from My Insanity. Give it up for our player in the lead in this semi-final, aLive. Going up against the red Zerg player to the top left-hand side of the map. It's Guru. Now, just quickly at the start of the game, of course, first of all, welcome all to the stream. Hope you're all doing well today. But don't forget that you can, of course, excuse me, you can of course support the stream further or check us out again in the future. You can check us out with a follow on the channel, see when we go live with more StarCraft 2 content. We are probably taking tomorrow off the stream because we have a big preparation day getting ready for the Team League pre-season. It's going to be very exciting. Over 16 teams fighting for just 4 slots over the weekend in the main event of the WardiTV Team League Season 8. Is going to be so sick. I'm so excited to bring you guys those games. So make sure you come and check that out tomorrow. From Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all weekend long on the channel here, the WardiTV Team League Season 8 pre-season. Other than that, of course, hit the follow button to see when we're going live. We've got a lot of WardiTV Weekly events coming up in the next few days. We've got a lot of WardiTV Team League content and so on as well. If you really enjoy the content, you want to help us continue to produce it on a regular basis, then you can subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is a way to support on a regular basis once a month, and you basically get access to emotes, you get access to our replay packs, and more. And it definitely benefits the tournaments. It helps us to run these tournaments, helps me to continue casting full-time and making StarCraft 2 content in general full-time. Beyond that, of course, if you guys have Twitch Prime, you can subscribe for free. If you click that subscribe button to the upper right, you can click sub, and it'll be like, subscribe for free with Twitch Prime, and we can be like, woo, Twitch Prime! Then you get all the usual benefits, and helps us out just as much as before as well, so that's an awesome way to help us. And of course, you can do the other bits and pieces, donating and cheering as well, if you'd like to support even further once more, as right now here aLive is going to be coming in if the Reaper though, so Sellout has filled up the first couple of minutes of this game. There's not too much crazy was going on. And it just is going to be a nice little setup here for this Reaper to kind of poke in, prod around, poke around, look to see what's going on. A couple of Hellions on the way out, and aLive just getting those up and rolling. The Reaper coming back over to the left-hand side, and that third hatchery is still just building as well, about halfway done at the moment. Starport will be coming up to completion in the next few moments from aLive. Again, the 2 Hellions from aLive just setting up out front of the natural, and that's going to be seeing this Overlord of Guru continuing along down to the south side to see what will be next. Viking on the way up from aLive now as well in the main. Tech Lab starts up on the barracks. Well, a bit different from the last game. We never saw the first couple of Marines coming out. Hellions coming up much faster. Tech Lab on the racks of a Viking. Very different setup to before. And it looks as though this time we might see that Tech Lab allowing for the Starport to switch over and go for Banshees a little bit faster here. It might just be for Stim. I mean, a lot of players have been playing Bio lately. It looks as though we are going to be seeing this barracks lifting off of the Tech Lab, moving to the side, and the Starport going to be able to lift up and drop down on it as well. Ling's coming in, picking off an SCV and jumping in towards the main base, as we're going to be seeing a Ling on the natural expansion is going to get a pick off here. Again, 2 SCVs going down so far, and the Ling's coming back down towards the natural, as we're going to be seeing a couple of Queens, a few Lings continue coming up. Those SCVs getting full surrounds, and so far only 3 workers lost to these Zerglings, which are doing quite a bit. I mean, look at how many low health SCVs are on the natural. It's very close to actually losing some of these. The Hellions have pulled all the way back home. As you see, still only 3 workers in total being picked off. And can he save this last one? Yes, he can. Guru really could have maximized the damage here, I feel. As we do see those SCVs continue to mine the third CC, now on the way up from aLive as well. A few Zerglings going to come all the way over to the right-hand side, and a couple of Lings through the middle as well, looking to see what else is happening. Hellions are going to be able to pick their way through a few more of those Zerglings there, and again, an extra set of drones on the way up as Guru just mostly looking to saturate the free bases while aLive goes in towards the Cloak Banshee. And he's actually got Banshee right here to defend against these first few Zerglings, which are targeting very weirdly. He's going to be able to get this SCV, but not before the depot goes down, and those Lings could have done so much more. Again, with damaged SCVs in the mineral line, there's so much potential there as the Hellions have actually run by. And they're going to get themselves up to 5 kills already, now going to get 6, and moving around to try and get one more. There it is, 7 kills. Not bad for the 4 Hellion run by. And it keeps Guru down on, well, 38, 39, okay, now 43 to 37 workers. It's a very manageable position for the Terran player. He's got the Zerg at a point of economy, which isn't kind of crazy, or anything along those lines. We are going to be seeing that Viking picks off the Overlord. Very nicely done. Well, a couple of Lings continue to come down to the bottom right-hand side. We do see the Viking from aLive. Up the right-hand side as well, a couple of Banshees picking off a Zergling here and a Zergling there. So a couple of Zerglings going down, and that lair now from Guru on the way up as well in the main base. So Viking still coming through the top, and we are going to be seeing it poking on in, and it is going to be starting to work its way through this Overlord. Bunch of extra drones on the way up as well, and well, just going to be seeing that Overlord backing away a little bit. The two Banshees over to the left-hand side. Looking to see where they can go, as we do have obviously more potential aggression from aLive. Down 20 workers here. And he actually is just moving his third CC out though. He's got 1-1 upgrades halfway done, stim pack halfway done, into the 4th and 5th barracks as that third command center comes into location. Very normal kind of setup here once again, as we do see aLive. Again, just skirting the edges of the creep spread with those couple of Banshees. Another hatch coming up top, and it is going to be a 4th hatch coming on into position, into play here. Spore will actually start to attack those Banshees right away right now, so Banshees have to be a little bit careful and dodge back. Modelings through the center, obviously with melee upgrades and no Rotor, we're not seeing the same style of play from Guru this time either. He actually throws down a Spire. Now, he has got a Bane there, so looking as though he wants to play kind of, probably Ling Bane, probably Corruptor. Meters really just still are not a thing in ZVT. So Ling Bane Corruptor definitely a possibility here, as those Lings just sat to the left-hand side of the third. More Lings of Guru coming back up in towards the natural expansion, gathering up over there. There's a couple of SCVs starting to go down in this location too. So the tank's helping out to get rid of another few Zerglings. And there is the armory on the way up as well, about halfway done. Combat shields starting up from aLive. 9 extra Marines, siege tank coming in. And a couple more medevacs also coming through here. aLive going to go up the right-hand side, and they'll be trying to do a little bit more. The two Banshees over to the left. And we are going to be trying to see just what else they can do in the next couple of moments. Banshees all the way to the left-hand side at the moment, as we do have them going to come in and actually just going to push away at those Queens. But there's the Overseer. And the Banshees are maybe not going to get away. This one just about does. First one obviously got pretty much annihilated though, and it is going to be Mutalisks. Wow, so Guru going to play the Ling Bane Muta. Wow, how interesting. I mean, we have been seeing a little bit of a return of the Mutalisks in play lately. We saw them a little bit in GSL out of Scarlet, and you know, they're being used here and there, bit, you know, now and again. I don't say they're being used all of the time, obviously, but they're definitely being used as kind of a way to change things up once more, which is obviously a big difference from them just having not been in the metagame at all for the last kind of, well, 6 months or so. It's been a long time since mutas have really been a thing, and as you are going to be seeing mutas now, going to try and intercept those medevacs. It's one thing that aLive maybe just isn't expecting, something to actually be able to deal with and chase his medevacs down at such an early stage of this game. Try and load some of those Marines. Obviously some damage is better than none at all. And does he get the one Mutalisk for his efforts? No, not quite. So obviously still better to try than just let it die, of course, if you've got the APM to do it. And in aLive's case, he almost definitely does have the APM to do it, believe it or not. Drilling Claws on the way up, 2-2 upgrades, a 4 on the way as well from aLive right now in the main base, as we see some extra barracks coming down. So really just setting up into this super high count of barracks, 8 racks already. Now a second factory coming as well, off a couple of tanks he's going into that 4 production to help out against the mutas. And it is going to be quite a flock of mutas as well. 9 more coming up to join the 9 already on the map, that's 18. It's not just like a few, like 9 mutas to harass initially, then move out of this sort of stage. No, he's really sort of committed to this at this point, as continues to add those numbers up. Well, if Drilling Claws coming through, obviously aLive is looking to switch up into some Widow Mines as well after his 4s. So going in towards that. +1 flyer attacks about finish from Guru. Now he did just have an Infestation Pit finishing recently. And that Infestation Pit will go a long way to helping him to transition away from this in towards the Hive Tech and beyond. Probably straight in towards Ultralisks. Obviously still takes him quite a while to do that, and by going into mutas so heavily, you do leave yourself very vulnerable to certain pushes of the Terran player, which can come in and take advantage of the fact you're playing an army composition that is not immediately straight up amazing in terms of fighting. Mutas to the bottom left corner. Banshee just to the left hand side of this 4th base as well. And you still do just see these Zerglings of Guru coming back up the left hand side. A few more Banes morphing in. Those extra Lings and the Queen running back. Here's the Marines going to come in towards that, Marines coming in towards the Queen. We just see again Burrow on the way up. Pneumatized Carapace is just now completed. He is flying towards the main base, where we see a 4 already is going to pick off just 1 or 2 mutas. Really not many so far. He could definitely get a lot more if he target fired the clump. Marines dropping down as well, and actually with the Marine support and saving of the 4, this is really nicely done. So the 4 stays alive, at the same time drops up top, all getting shut down though. aLive dealing with this well. You got to remember again, those meters are designed to keep the Terran player back, so it's not necessarily a bad thing for the Terran player that he has to pull back here a little bit to kind of aid the defense. We're going to be seeing more bio coming up through the center here, and we are going to be seeing Lings and Banes going over to the right, more Lings to the bottom side. We're just going to be seeing those Marines coming through. We'll get one of the Mutalisks already. Wow, it went crashing down, didn't it? That Mutalisk really crashed on down. Well, again, even more Lings and Banes over to the right, where there is a planetary fortress though. The Banelings don't connect too well. It shouldn't do too much, and actually, oh my god, aLive's going to find it in the middle of the map with either side. Now setting his Marauders up in the front to attack the Banes. This has gone very well for him. He's still going to try and find a way to attack on through, and he's getting into a position where there's a 4 still. That 4 is actually stuck here, I think. It was dropped there by the medevacs and hasn't been rescued ever since. And that's very nicely done, as we're going to be seeing the third set of upgrades from aLive, who goes into 2 extra starports, the fusion core, and I guess time for him to set up and get ready for Liberators to deal with the Ultrasks, which he's obviously expecting to come out here very, very shortly. Now, one thing the Mutants have done very well is they've been stopping the Zerg Terran player from kind of committing to the 2-2 attack timing, which is a very powerful attack timing. But he stopped him from doing this here, but of course, that said, he'll have a free timing, which is going to be maybe just as powerful, because it's not like the Zerg is going to have the Hive tech up that would usually be there when Terran finishes up their final set of upgrades. So, again, a very kind of different game with the way that things have gone. I was going to see Marines, Marauders, Widowmines coming into position. I mean, here come the 4s again as well. I mean, they're going to be a huge deal on their own. 4s need to drop down somewhere, though, and there it is. The first volley gets a huge shot of damage done, and Marines going to try and catch these Mutants on the edge as they make their outro of the main base. 3 of them go down. Nicely done. aLive picking up damage around the map, and Widowmines here getting a few Zergling kills as well. aLive maxed out still in his final set of upgrades again. Now about to finish up, and as they finish, that's going to be the opportunity for aLive to come up towards the upper left-hand side and to go from here. Miss Sense Tower going to get thrown down in the third base location. I was going to see a couple of missile turrets going to get picked off as well. Widowmines continue to come on over into this location here. A couple of SCVs picked off once again. Both missile turrets go down. And again, another 4 coming in towards the main to help out. One has actually just popped out, but doesn't even get the damage done. So many missile turrets doing so much though, and Guru is not able to retain enough of these mutants to be scary. And that's why aLive is already pushing through the middle of the map here. Some Banes roll forwards, they do nothing. They get annihilated as they get they're just met by the Terran player moving forwards here. Ling's trying to run by, and okay, it's working. Once again, aLive is pulling back. aLive is giving Guru time to get more ultras up, to get Kindness Plating finished, and so on and so on. We'll have to stim here to get rid of those Lings before they break through the wall off. Fifth command center from aLive is set up as well now. Down on the low ground in towards the center of the map. Those Mutalisks again from Guru going to be coming through the middle and seeing where they can go in the near future as well. Ling is running through the south side, and we're going to see the 4s, Marines, etc. getting rid of a lot of those Zerglings very easily to the left side. A lot of Zerglings as well, setting up and ready to go. Mutas will fly on in towards this planetary fortress, so already going to start to target that down. So planetary already taking a little bit of damage. A Widowmine gets picked off here. Supply depot's taking some shots once again. And here we go, the bio stims in for a second time. And we are going to be seeing those Lings pushed away. There's still bio coming through and pushing those Mutas up the right hand side. So Mutas pushed away up the right. 4 extra ultras on the way out. And again, aLive is not finding himself a chance to just push on in towards the army of Guru just yet. Guru continues to set up into his late game, getting more and more powerful, but well, so is the Liberator count of aLive. I'm surprised in a game like this he might not even start to throw down the Ghost Academy and just start to go towards those ghosts. I mean, we've seen them become a very popular way of playing once again lately. Terrans really seem to have these phases of, oh yeah, this week ghosts are great. Then next week it's like, oh god, ghosts are just something I'm never going to build in my life. But this week definitely seems to be a ghost kind of week. We've been seeing them in all sorts of matchups. And, well, not all sorts of matchups, but all sorts of games in TvZ over the last week or two. And, well, he already has the Ghost Academy down. Look at me, I'm talking about ghosts, and oh, we might go into it here, I wouldn't be surprised. He already has the Ghost Academy, so there you go. I'm just a little bit blind. So going in towards the Ghost, the Mobius Reactor coming up as well to get the extra energy on the Ghost here. There's a few SCVs are going down, so that's 4 workers picked off already, a Liberator or 2 being targeted as well. In fact, all those Liberators are going to get picked off there, that's huge. This Liberator turns around. Bane's trying to roll on in towards this mineral line. They will get a few SCVs. 12 workers down, 14 workers down. Well, aLive, still maxed out. He just starts up 5 new Liberators and 4 more Ghosts. Doesn't really seem to care about what those meters get up to. And aLive just going to play this very slowly through the center. Of course, with this many libs and this many ghosts, you can't just go pushing crazily. You have to be a little bit more cautious than you might usually be, as we're going to be seeing the couple of cryptiums picked off. Lings around by and towards this mineral line, which has been open for a little while now. Now, the roll-off picked off there earlier on and just leaves the entire mineral line exposed. And those ghosts, which do cloak up, though, just about in time to protect this here, which is a huge deal. You know, losing those ghosts would be huge. Even forcing the cloak is kind of a nice thing from Guru, because now it basically means that, you know, it takes so much longer to actually get snipes available on them. It wastes a lot of energy that, you know, is basically what you have the ghosts for. You don't have ghosts that just add on to your damage normally. It's a little bit different, as we're going to be seeing the Ultras, Banes, Queens coming through the center of the map. Oh, Widowmine goes off and an Overseer takes some damage. Again, just this army of aLive gathering together. 6-1 Festus from Guru on the way up at the moment here. We're going to be seeing this army still just gathering up in the center. Maxed out here, Guru has 8,000 minerals in the bank, but basically no gas. So even if he kind of takes a fight and loses, he doesn't actually have that much to remax with, because he just doesn't have any gas, right? You know, what's he going to do? Make like, what, like 400 Zerglings? Okay, I mean, Lings are good, but without any sort of gas units in your army, you're not going to have a great time. As you see the units breaking through those rocks and find themselves access to another base of the Terran down here from the bottom side of Ascension to Aya. Ghost's going to cloak up though, and oh my god, the Banes see them! Wow, that's huge. He gets actually quite a few of those ghosts right away there, and now there isn't even energy on the ghosts to snipe down. I mean, aLive so times here with the ghosts. He needs to be a little bit more cautious with them, or at least get them some energy. Because that wasn't very useful at all. I mean, a few ghosts just kind of just sat there, no energy or anything. Like, they just can't do anything. Liberator's going to siege up again over on this left-hand side. Ultras and Mutas pulling back a little bit. Roger and Marine on the high ground, just doing a little bit of damage, bit of poking and prodding. Some obviously Ultras up here do not really want to commit into that sort of position, as Mutas just cleaning out the watchtowers at the moment. 42 workers against 80 here. Guru with such a huge economy, and that's why he does have such a large bank, which is now going to be full of gas as well. aLive has a much better army, or much stronger army, larger army to fight with right away. Some ghosts will want to try and turn around in this and try and fight. As you're going to see, those Liberators are actually ended up kind of out of position here. aLive's going to keep on kind of pulling backwards. The Liberators go down. aLive pulling all the way back. He's got another ghost coming into play. Again, his ghosts are just so low on energy. They've not really been able to do anything just yet, and they're not really able to help out as you might usually expect ghosts to be able to. Some snipes continue to come down. The Ultra count is dropping. There is still some energy on some of these ghosts, but he needs the opportunity to actually throw down the snipes. Now the ghosts are dying because they're left in the front. And aLive is going to lose a command center here. He's going to be losing a lot of units. And this time Guru, with the 2,000 gas he just suddenly mined in the last minute or two, suddenly 8 more Ultras, 7 more Infestors on the production tab, 26 more Zerglings. And Guru is going to be off and away, maxed out once again against a 150 supply army of aLive, who again has not been retaining his expensive units either. Well, this drop is nice. He's going to be able to get this hatchery, I think, before anything comes in to defend it. Fungal Growth will do a little bit of something. Even if this goes down, a hatchery, a couple of mutas. This was not terrible, and it brings the army out of position. As now we see BioStim to the bottom left-hand side, just trying to deny some of this economy of his opponents. He does have the medivacs here, and again, without the mutas up, it's difficult to shut down those medivacs, but there the Ultra's chomping away. This hatchery doesn't go down. He loses a lot of bio due to the failed pickup, and now there is some mutas on the map to chase this down, although not a lot. Those medivacs have boost in a moment. Was the Infestor going to hit a fungal? It is. And the boost doesn't really make a difference then, as he actually does turn around with one of those medivacs, which actually has units inside. More drones going down, though, as we actually see a Liberator over here just got cleaned out. Ghosts are harassing to the top as well. Action all over the place from aLive as he tries to just stabilize, buy some time to get back in this, but I feel as though he's just bleeding out more units that he can actually afford to replace at the moment here. So we're going to be seeing the, well, 3 extra Liberators on the way out, 2 more medivacs as well, but aLive, I think he needs a lot more than that, and Guru might be on his way to take game number 2 of this best of 3. We've gone into some very long games here since the quarterfinals. The quarterfinal between Bly and Guru was quite lengthy, and now this first semi-final, pretty lengthy as well. 3 hours into this tournament, semi-final number 2 after this, True versus Keen, followed by our grand final still to go. I was going to be seeing those ghosts need to cloak up right now. Cloaks up in the end, but only just. New base from aLive being established, an extra something for him to mine from will help a lot. His work count is still heavily down, but with mules, of course, that evens up a lot more than you might think it would. 99 to 128 army supply. I mean, aLive has an army supply that you can definitely fight with here. It's just not easy when the Zerg army is so powerful. It's definitely not impossible for aLive if he takes a good fight. And he's going to pick up a few mutalisks here for free right now as well. I wonder if Guru just wants to get rid of these mutants at this stage. Then again, he just rebuilt a few moments ago when he lost a couple, so perhaps not. Maybe he does want to keep them up. He's going to see the first nuke here on its way up into the sky. Can't find the Ghost Academy. There it is. Well, that nuke coming in, but he cleaned out the Ghost. And so if the Ghost goes down, the nuke doesn't land. And that's one nuke just shut down immediately. Guru with a good initial defense of this. Resources lost 25,000 to 25,000. Pretty even between them. Over 300 Zerglings, 100 Marines exactly. Lost so far in this. 12 lives, and the 9 Ghosts I think are the big things here from aLive. Usually these units are going to trade so much more efficiently than that. It's a shame to see him losing so many of them throughout the game so far. Well, maxing out here. Again, the issue will be that Guru will have a bank to go with once again after the max out happens, after the fight. Lib's moving over here, going to set up that position initially for the bio to start getting into location. Ultra's counterattacking though, and this is where the Ghosts are probably going to have to go down to respond to this. So Ultra counterattack coming in. We're going to see Marines trying to lead the charge in towards this as well, but the Muta's going to be able to really work their way through the medevacs fast enough. Ghosts coming in, they do get rid of one of those Ultras. The rest of them actually backed away already, so the Ultra's not committing too much. Just opening up some kind of gaps and just taking down some production. Well, aLive still has a strong position at the top, denied that base. Still has a lot of Ghosts in the center as well. I mean, how many Ghosts are we on right now? 22 against 12 Ultras. And the thing is now, the big difference we have is that these Ghosts are filling up with energy because nothing's happened for a few moments. And so those Ghosts filling up with energy makes life so much better when it comes to continue to fight into this. You're going to see, well, Liberators are going to have a field day against those Mutalisks. That's no problem at all. Those Mutants just disappear. And this time Guru just replaces them with Corruptors, which has been a long time coming, obviously. We've seen the Ultras still coming through the top side. Some Ghosts as well moving around and just looking to see these Zerglings down to the south. Some Marines and the Marauder working their way through this hatchery. What is again? And he's running on in and just going to be getting a surround, picking off a reactor. Again, these Lings have just been so annoying. Just counterattacks in general from Guru throughout this entire game have been so sick. He's really done a lot with them. Some bio up here right now, cleaning out the creep spread, taking away some of the map control from the Zerg on the top side. And Guru just says, okay, you want to attack up the top? Well, guess what? We're going to attack through the bottom. That's where this action is going to go to now. What are you going to do about it? And Guru is probably like, well, aLive's probably like, well, I'm probably going to keep on pushing you. So let's see how this goes. Does he have much left at you at all? Well, not really. He has a couple of Marauders. Not even sure which of these armies does damage faster. The Ghosts are actually pulling back from aLive. I guess because he wants to go and deal with all of those Ultras. He already cloaks them up. Well, you know, probably will work out a little bit. So what's actually going back to deal with this attack? Not really anything. Lings and a couple of Ultras, is that really it? Oh my god, the snipes are massive and Guru loses 60 supply. He's also losing a lot over here because the Widow Mines are getting Corruptors. Marines are going to come onto Corruptors too. Guru's supply has just suddenly disappeared. Finally, the Infestors arrived to mass infested Terran. Okay, sure, you're going to be able to kill off these Liberators, but there's still the bio in the main base. It's going huge. He comes back in to get rid of the Corruptors, and Guru just can't afford to replace everything he's losing now. He really, really can't. These Ultras he's going to try and run away from. I'm not sure what he's scanning for, actually. He's still just running in circles with this army. Obviously, at some point, it becomes better to actually just fight against it, but well, now Ghosts come to the bottom side. They pick off this base here. 12 Infestors and 7 Corruptors in the reproduction from Guru, but I feel as though he's just lost too much. Those Ultras went down way too quickly, and now I'm just going to be seeing those Ultras coming back onto the map. Well, now it's obviously a very weird scenario where aLive just controls this game, I think. Guru lost a lot of his tech units, and aLive kept a lot of his alive. Okay, the Liberator count is gone, but 21 Ghosts, that's the huge part of this here. I just don't know if Guru finds enough to set up into the next sort of stage of this, to actually fight once again. And so on and so on. I'm going to be seeing the Infestors just burrowing beneath those Overseers and Ultras at the moment. Missile turrets on the way up from aLive as well, out the front of this orbital command center. And we are going to be seeing those couple of Liberators setting up once more, sieging up, looking to see what's next. Now, Corruptors from Guru are going to be moving down in towards the main base in the next few moments. Infestor as well. Maybe looking for some caustic spray. Maybe pick off some liberators reinforcing. 26 minutes into game number 2. aLive and Guru are really starting to give us quite the epic series here so far in the WardiTV Weekly number 20. Oh my god, this solo Infestor. What? Did he just EMP the Infestor? Was it the scan? I'm not even sure. It just went down. Actually, but did he scan? Was that it? I thought the scan came in after, but maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh well, that was crazy. That Infestor goes down. I thought it had so much potential. Oh, did he unburrow it to try and drop a fungal and then it just died? Maybe that was it. I really didn't understand what happened just there. As we're going to be seeing the Bio Army pushing the south side again up top. Slowly denying bases, slowly just slowing the Zerg player down here in all of this. We'll see the Ultra up here is going to have a little bit of a fun time against the Planchi, but will not win that fight eventually, especially because repairs are a thing. Let's see a few more units stimming in. That Ultra will go down, and these extra units here just in time to, well, try and help with some extra Ultras, but right now not going to be able to do too much. Reinforced Marauder going to get picked off as those Lings continue to move down towards the lower right side, and that's going to be seeing those SCVs moving away from the Plantree on the top, because that is going to get killed off here. aLive raises only one of his 2 depots on the main base ramp, and so Lings get in, but, well, there's units around, and so it seems as though it's not going to be that big of a deal. More than anything from Guru is just buying him time to get maxed out once again, to actually maybe mine some extra gas, and to go with that. aLive needs some extra depots, and he's going to start building them up just at the front, basically wherever he can, I guess. As Guru, his army's still kind of scary. I kind of thought after that previous fight he was just kind of completely out of this. Maybe he is without a bank behind it, but I mean, anything's possible when you've got this many Infestors and Ultras. I mean, it's very easy for aLive to mess up this fight as well, get all your ghosts fungled or something, and suddenly they're not doing any damage. Suddenly they just get shut down immediately. Ling is going to be getting picked away at once again. Just going to be seeing some extra Zerglings picked off out the front here, and we are going to see the 2 Marines just working their way through this hatchery. Liberators picking their way through a whole bunch of drones already, and we're going to see those Corruptors coming through, and he will be able to pick off this Liberator now on this top side. So Liberator taken down, another Ghost gets, another kind of Ultra just gets picked off immediately, and still just hatches being denied, aLive moving carefully and slowly. And now we see 25 more Banes to deal with what is kind of a larger focus on bio play. A lot of bio units here, a lot of Ghosts as well. The bio at the front is going to get pulled back as well, as we're going to be seeing the Liberator is on the way up from aLive. I mean, just continue to rebuild these, continue to keep those numbers high. So a lot of units over here right now for the Terran. I love this. Scanning on top, and oh my god, he's actually going to find 3 of the Infestors, but they're not going to get a chance to unburrow, so that's going to be them saying goodbye. As you see those Liberators on top of this army. It's actually funny because, you know, we haven't seen kind of Infestors burrowing underneath the Terran army for a long time, but that is why, because, well, you know, you have to unburrow to be able to actually cast Fungal now. So actually having your army on top of, your Infestors on top of the Terran army doesn't make any sense at all. Marauders and Marines getting surrounded actually by those Zerglings. The Zerglings doing a great job to shut down all of that. Ultra's running as well, picking off the Sensor Tower. Ghosts are here, and well, that should be a few snipes coming in. He's got the vision to actually get the snipes off. 2 more Ultras just disappearing, and Guru just cannot replace this anymore. You know, he's out of gas. 3 more Ultras is basically, I mean, I guess, okay, he's still mining some gas, right? But even this base down here has 200 gas left on it. This one has 300 left on it. This base has actually a hell of a lot of gas on it, but Guru doesn't seem to realize that. He's get some drones on that ASAP. It's one of the big things about what aLive has done here. While it doesn't seem as though he's done major, had major progression in terms of fighting against the economy a lot of the time, he has been able to shut down the gas mining, and eventually that really is what's going to bleed Guru out into a weaker and weaker army composition that aLive can actually end up fighting against. Corruptors coming in over here. A couple of missile turrets will protect, but obviously he's getting some Liberator kills, which is a pretty big deal. Another Liberator will go down too, but still, I mean, this is actually quite a few Corruptors that disappeared just there. Hatchery topside denied once again. Some Ghosts are coming down over here to help out. I love the scans. He's been very careful scanning on top of the Ghosts especially to make sure there's not going to be an Infestor to pop out of nowhere and to ruin his day here in this game 2 of the best of 3 up top. The bio backing away as well once more from aLive. Lings continue to run on over, and a whole bunch of Marauders actually getting picked away at here at the moment. Some Marauders continue to disappear, and just going to be seeing the ghosts coming back up top and through the center shortly. Bio setting up once again from aLive now. 4 more Liberators on the way, some extra ghosts being produced. Guru comes all the way up top, thinking about perhaps just what he wants to do with those lings. I mean, hit this base, there's unity, there's a planetary, there's no way it does anything that spectacular. Going to be seeing this hatchery gets picked off on the south side, and 17 more Banes once again. Lings running towards this orbital, I guess that's something, but the ghosts are nearby, so the lings just disappear. And that's a lot of lings to lose. I mean, he's, again, I guess he can afford to replace the Zerglings, right, but eventually it just doesn't work out. Now 52,000 to 46,000 resources lost. The units lost here is now 25 Ultrasks, 20 Infestors. And we talked about kind of 8, what was it, like 9 ghosts that were lost earlier? Since then, aLive's only lost 2 more ghosts. And that's huge, because that's so important, because that's what's really carrying him through this game, the kind of effectiveness of the ghosts. And so he did step that up a little bit here. 535 lings disappearing is kind of cool, 21 Infestors, I think we mentioned that. 31 libs is a lot of investment into libs, but they're so important to kind of just help with a little bit of the damage on the ground and just zoning in general. The space up here uncontested, this space down here unable to be taken by the Zerg so far. $30 more Zerglings are currently just on the way up once again. And this Lingbane Ultra Infestor coming in towards the center of the map once more here. Liberators are going to unsiege. And they're going to continue to try and do a little bit more, I guess, still. Some more libs are sieging up in the center once again. Lings, Veins, Ultra still in the middle of the map. More Marauders over to the left-hand side. We're just waiting for the next big fight, really, as we're going to see. Well, this time, aLive's going to find an entirely mined-out base, basically, apart from, well, like, a couple of drones mining there. 1 patch, 310 minerals. aLive looks as though he's going to pull everything back here once again, now over to the right, or more towards the center of the map. Another 42 Zerglings coming up from Guru. Again, that's what's concerning, right? His army becomes less and less kind of Corruptors, Ultras, Infestors, and more kind of just pure Zergling as he fails to mine from newer bases. He fails to get extra gas income. He actually has reset the gases over here, but he still isn't mining off of them properly, and there's 4,000 gas for him to use there. These gases here needs to be the same sort of thing as aLive is looking to rotate up to the top side. Realize that is kind of where Guru is, I guess, focusing on in terms of setting up newer bases, etc. aLive with a big pre-spread, and we'll just stim a few units ahead of the rest. Already a Spore Crawler on a full. Queens in the middle of the map are still pushing the creep out as well, by the way, as aLive has been denied all over the place. Those Queens have been consistent in replacing. And again, this hatchery going to be going down once more to the south side. Lings and Ultra starting to run on in. Well, there's not a lot down here to defend this, but there is a lot of Liberators, where the Corruptors, they need to come in ASAP. We're just going to see this base going down. I guess mostly just Zerglings lost there. The Ultras not being target fired or anything. As you're going to see the Corruptors. Have to be careful of the snipes from the Ghosts. Look at that, just like that. Pew pew pew. And 3 hits. 1 dead Corruptor. Bye bye. 4 more Liberators on the way out here from aLive, and we're still seeing this Bio army trying to figure out where it wants to go next. More Bio just spreading its way out, figuring out where to go. Guru has finally mined on the gas over here, but he lost this base, so it's now really still only 1 base of gas mining. Every other gas on his map is mined out for him where he has a hatchery. And the Terran player is in a similar sort of position now in terms of eco. He's still got some minerals. I guess he's got gas up here. Trying to re-expand up top side, realizing that that's a base that he probably does need at some point. Trying to re-expand down here as well, which still has some resources left. He needs to keep these bases up. He needs these bases at some point. Otherwise, he himself is going to be unable to kind of reinforce and rebuild again and again. Just working their way through that command center. Liberators will siege up. Libs on their own are not great against the Zerglings, though, because they just kind of fire so slowly for what they need to do. Oh my god, the Ghosts are going to get themselves some snipes on the Corruptors, but now they need to be careful because the Banes are chasing them, and those Ghosts are going down. Guru is crushing through this army. The Ghost counts just disappeared. He just lost 15 plus Ghosts. Oh my god, aLive might have just lost this game. Pushing into this position a little bit too soon. The Ghosts cannot run away for long enough here, it seems, because there's Overseers as well. And Guru looks as though he's going to be taking game 2 of this series in 36 minutes, just like that. Suddenly, basically his last army of the game was able to do enough here. aLive messed up massively in this fight. Now you have a lone ghost. Oh, buddy, you do not want to be going over there right now. That's the exact opposite of where you wanted to be. I guess it's not over yet because Guru still doesn't have a ton of effective units remaining. What's left from aLive? 5 ghosts left over. Wow, you know we talked about 11 ghosts killed? Try 33 on for size. That was a hugely favorable engagement for Guru. Now 65,000 resources lost apiece. aLive is mining on the top side of the map. Well, he wants to try and save this command center. He still has a bit of bio, he still has some ghosts, but is it enough to actually fight against this? I mean, the ghost, I just don't think the ghost count is there. 5 ghosts, 5 snipes at a time. There's only 1 or 2 ultras he's going to be able to get depending on which he targets. And let's see, he's going to be able to get not even 1 ultra just yet. He didn't get the 3rd snipe onto it. Oh man, to the bottom side now, Guru's going to mine as well. And aLive just doesn't have enough of an army to realistically come to that side and to shut that down. He just doesn't have a way to do that at all here, as we're going to be seeing Guru still sat in the center. 3 more infestors on the way up. A few more drones. Guru of the bases are coming into play. It just means he has the economy once again. I guess aLive gets this economy up here. And I guess aLive's plan is to clean out this creep and to take this base for himself as well. Focused on the top side of the map. And let's counter-attack him, but Marines behind a wall off should be able to get rid of those Zerglings pretty swiftly, and they will get pushed away. Still annoying though, because there's no SCVs here to even repair that wall anymore, so Guru really is able to just pull aLive out and around the entirety of the map. The CC is going to land for the entire of, what, like 10 seconds before the, well, not even that. He gets pushed away immediately here as the Corruptors, Ultras, Infestors coming in. Some Lings up over here as well. Again, aLive just doesn't have enough to really stay alive in all of this. He's only got 5 ghosts. He's really just focusing on bio units, which I guess, I mean, Guru is mostly on extra Zerglings coming through. Oh my god, the Infestors are burrowed there. I think obviously aLive is realizing that maybe was a bit of a scary scenario for himself. Scans and does see those burrowed Infestors, realizing probably just how much of a danger he's in. Probably relieved that he managed to get away with that one. Oh, nice 2 snipes on Infestors. I mean, those are expensive at this stage of the game, remember. Especially if aLive has his own base up here as well, and has going to look towards this base as well. Wow, how crazy it is that Guru is now finally 38 minutes in game getting 2 new bases to the south side of the map. We are in for the long haul at the moment, guys, in game number 2 of this best of 3 semi-final matchup. Oh my god, 2 Infestors just burrowed. The thing is, again, they can't just fungal while underground anymore, but they can definitely pop it behind the army and throw down a couple of fungals. And that's going to be the dangerous part of this. The rest of the army set up there as well. Oh my god, aLive is in a corner. aLive is in a lot of trouble, I think. Ghost may have to just turn around here. There's the fungals from the south side, on the back side. That is going to be game ending, because you can't snipe while you fungal growth, because the damage will cancel the snipes. It's going to be GG, and it's going to be Guru to take game 2 after 39 minutes. It would always be appreciated, and players always love it when you guys do that, of course. Top right hand side, the red Terran player from My Insanity is aLive. He's going up against the green Zerg to the lower left hand side of the map. Give it up if you're cheering on Guru. Oh, what a game. 40 minutes of action between aLive and Guru in semi-final number 1. Now, because this tournament's taken a little bit longer today than it usually would, we are going to be allowing Keen and True to get started when they're ready now. Usually we would hold both semi-finals, and we have been holding that other semi-final for a long time, over an hour. But because this is starting to go on a little bit, we're going to let them start their series and so on and so on, and just sort of go from there. Just very simply because, again, these matches obviously taking a long time. Bly Guru was quite a long series into this series, which has been pretty lengthy as well, so yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Anyways, let's see how we continue on through this as we are kicking off into game number 3 on Blackpink. I kind of like it. Blackpink's a pretty fun map. It's pretty cool. Obviously one of the ones that came through from the Team Liquid map contest last time around. You guys really love this emote, don't you? I really didn't think you guys would love this emote so much. Like, what the hell? Alright, well, you're just going to be seeing this Overlord coming through the south side, and just going to be seeing a factory. It's going to be dropping down in the main base as well. Going to be about halfway done in just a few moments. And the second gas on the way up as well, so some SCVs will be able to jump in towards the second gas here in a moment or so. Also going to be seeing a couple of Zerglings from Guru going to be able to pop out, come halfway down towards this low ground, and look to see perhaps what he can get up to in the next few moments. 4 Zerglings here in total. As you can see, this Reaper is coming in and attacking on towards those few Zerglings here. Link speed is coming up to being about halfway done as that Reaper's still trying to see what else is happening. And again, just the initial Ling Reaper dance here is really nothing too crazy at all. Very standard stuff for us to start off with in this. Well, this Widowmine going to be finishing in a moment or so as we still see the Reaper just dancing in the main base. Again, trying to see just what else is happening at the moment, and I'm just going to be seeing a couple more Marines on the way out. Going to be seeing the Starport coming up with finishing very shortly. Queen still on the way through as well. Again, just in general, very solid stuff here from both of these players to get into a very normal opening. Actually, from the Widowmine, going to be starting up the Cyclone now, so going in towards the Cyclone here, and just going to be able to get aggressive with that. I mean, a few Marines and a Cyclone, maybe a Widowmine Cyclone Marine. I don't even know what you actually put into the Medivac at this stage. Guru is, however, going to go for the Rotron like we saw in game number 1 as a way to help him defend against potential aggression. So we're setting up in towards that and getting going. So Rotron is about halfway done. We're going to be seeing the Cyclone finishing as well. And we do see the Widowmine and 6 Marines starting to move out in towards the center of the map. Cyclone picks off 1 Zergling, the rest of the Zerglings continuing down the right hand side to see where they can see what they can get up to. So a few more roaches coming up as we see the Widowmine drop, and it looks as though the Cyclone will just reinforce this on the ground. As moving on over, just going to be seeing the Marines starting to make their way through that Overlord. Widowmine is going to unburrow and push on forwards. Widowmine burrows again. The Cyclone here definitely will help with this. I mean, 7 roaches on the way up, but there's the first one just going down. That's a nice little pick-off already. Some Zerglings looking to come in from a couple of different angles. Widowmine goes off. 1 Zergling set of Zerglings already picked away at here. As you're going to see those roaches and the Queen's getting blasted on backwards. You're going to see the transfusions coming down as well. And this is going to be a cleanup. The Medivac too low to maybe save those units. We'll be able to get the Cyclone at least as it comes back in. And that will be aLive, able to pull away through the top side as a 3rd command center from aLive on its way up on the natural expansion. Factory lifts off the reactor. Barracks will land down onto it. And the factory will be taking the tech lab for siege tank production to start on up. A Banshee now on the way up. And getting going here at the moment. As we do see the Hellions just pulling down towards the south side, and it's going to be seeing the Roaches and Lings pushing in. So this is actually going to turn into quite a kind of aggression out of Guru, but I think realistically, I mean, a bunker up, another bunker behind it, the Cyclone's still there. I don't think there's actually a way you do too much, especially with the Banshee just chunking away at these Roaches and Ravagers. And he's actually, Guru, going to lose a lot just by trying to attack here, and the Banshee being able to chase those Roaches and Ravagers back across the map all the way back home now. So Banshee having a fantastic time here in game number 3, and aLive definitely put himself into a prime position. It was good damage initially, got pushed back, but he defends the counter-attack so well. Well, this turned out to be okay for him in the end anyways. 1-1 upgrade is going to be finishing out soon. And you'll see that bunker just getting salvaged, and again, 1-1 upgrades from aLive starting to come on up right now on this natural. So still going in towards that 1-1. These few Hellions getting still starting to be repaired on up. A few SCVs getting those going, and just going to be seeing that bunker is going to be salvaged at the front as well. 2 Banshees across the map then trying to see what they can do. I mean, Overseer is up, so the Queens should be able to defend this, but obviously the Queens have to be in the right positions, and so just going to be looking around for those openings. Those Banshees don't find anything yet, but don't be surprised if they find something a little bit later on. And now with a 3rd command center in location here, aLive is looking pretty good to just sort of get going on all of this once again. A couple of Banshees are still just set up to the south side. We're just going to be seeing, again, more Roaches of Guru coming up and trying to see, well, just what is going to happen again in the next few moments. Hellions all the way around the left-hand side, and they're going to die for this mineral line in the next few moments. Hellions going to go for this here, so here we go. I mean, these Hellions at this stage of the game don't have much other use for the Terran player, so picking up 4 workers is not bad. And definitely just gives him some potential to just slow down the Zerg a little bit, just keeps him on edge. And now at the same time the Banshee's in towards the main base where there isn't Queens, there is a Spore Crawler, but can definitely sit at the edge here and get a couple of drone kills on the gas as well. It's so annoying to replace those to get them back in. As you're going to see Guru for a moment there wanted to get his gas workers going once more, but decided it was maybe not the greatest of times. He might even get this extractor kill, which on its own is actually essentially another drone kill, because it's going to have to be rebuilt, and it does slow down gas production, or gas mining, and obviously that's a big deal too, in a game where you want as many of each resource as you can get, basically. I guess Guru's playing kind of a non-gas heavy style right now, so it's not the end of the world, but only 2 or 3 gases is maybe not going to be enough to keep him going overall. Love the target fire on these tanks, by the way. Notice they're firing at the roaches in the back here. Firing on those roaches in the back is a huge deal, because it means that he's going to be able to just really slow things down. That's really nicely done, actually. Just, you know, firing the roaches in the back means you don't splash damage on the Marines at the front and so on. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, going to be seeing a 4th command center starting to build on up here as well. +2/+2 upgrades from aLive coming on through. Combat shields and a +1 vehicle weapons. Also getting set up and ready to go into this, so continuing to get that going as we do see this medevac with 8 Marines currently heading down to the south side of the map. aLive going to be unloading a few Marines down onto this watchtower already and getting ready to go. We're just coming over here from Guru, and we do see the medevac just lifting up those Marines and just going to be coming all the way through the south side and in towards the main base actually in the next few moments. So going to be heading in towards the main in a couple of moments time, as we do see roaches up the right, roaches in the center, also trying to figure out just what they want to do next as well. A couple more siege tanks from aLive sieging up here. You're going to see those roaches getting destroyed right now, so roaches of Guru getting absolutely shut down. These Marines simming forwards, we're all going to be seeing them try to just cancel another base, and it really feels like so far everything in this game has been all about aLive. As he goes into more and more tanks, he just has a great counter to the Roach Hider play of Guru, who hasn't got an infestation pit, who's not moving into that hive tech for something along the lines of those, you know, Vipers and Blinding Clouds, etc. So more roaches in the middle here, still moving around and seeing what they can do. To the left-hand side, 2 medevacs. Let's start diving on in towards these mineral lines. 3rd base mineral line under fire already, and natural mineral line going to be taking some more damage as well in a moment. There's another medevac here to maybe hit the 3rd base. There's already 10 workers going down. Oh my god, a massacre of workers at the moment. 16 drones disappearing just like that, and you know what's so great is that aLive keeps so many of these units alive while pushing down the right-hand side. Marines and tanks. I'm going to get ready to go for the big push that could just end this game straight up, honestly, because of just how much he has and how much power he's got. Those tank counts are really just crazy. Sees a few Hydras at the front here, already sieging up his tanks preemptively, being very careful about it. Guru trying to maybe get in position around the top side. This hatchery's already taken a lot of damage, is going to fall. So hatchery goes down, a couple more drones getting picked away at here, and we're going to be seeing roaches and Hydras in towards the center. Some tanks on sieging, continuing to come down towards the bottom left. Seeing what he can do as the roaches looping around the top. And here we go. Tank sieging up once again. Roaches taking some shots here. Some roaches and Hydras on the top side. I mean, it's a good surround out of that Zerg player. If there was ever a game or a position where you're going to be able to do a lot, it's probably in a position like this. But is it going to be enough? aLive is holding on well. I love the split of the bios. Some to the top and some to the south, so that he sort of protected the tanks from both angles to some extent. Very nicely done. He's got a drop back over here as well, though. I mean, Guru, that was probably the best fight he could have taken, and even then, it was barely just about even towards the latter stages of it. Marines getting even more drones towards the end of this now as well on this south side. Again, just continue to do quite a lot at the moment, as we're going to be seeing the bio still setting up into the front, and, well, just getting ready to go once again. A few Marines towards the upper left-hand side going to be hiding away. 9 infestors on the way up, so Guru going to go into a ton of infestors now to help out with this. And, well, just going to be seeing again just that medevac hidden away to the far left side of the map here. Guru throwing down this hatchery to the south. The infestors will really spice things up for this next engagement in a few moments' time. As we do for now, just have this army pushing across once again. aLive, getting ready to push and potentially just straight up win this in the next few moments. Marines again doing a little bit more damage, picking off a drone or two. And we are going to see the Hydras and so on coming over to the right hand side as well. Picks off one of them right away here with this bio. Tanks continuing to siege, and well, this base again has been the main focus of aLive during the last few engagements, and he's pushing it once more. Gets that cancel or kill, I'm not sure which it was not quite on the screen there for the moment. Either way, it is down, and that's what's most important about this here, as we do see those infestors of Guru continuing to set up and just sit in between the natural and the third bases. Another scan here from aLive. You're going to be seeing Guru pulling back just a little bit again. aLive maxed out. Wow, he takes a full fungal grove to the front of his army though. It's painful. Has to be very careful with the medivacs, because you don't want to be losing health from the medivacs and allowing those to be picked off easily. That's the last thing you want to happen in this sort of situation. So a little bit cautious. 7 drones going down to a Liberator over here, by the way, and he gets 2 more before he's done. So Liberator has a pretty great time as well. Bio stepping forwards once again. A Queen gets picked off super quickly. And another tank towards the front. Just going to be sieging, and again, I mean, another scan, some more creep going down. Bio leading the charge, and oh, very nearly grabbing an infestor pick off right there. To the top side, this Bio continues to push on through, picking off a whole chunk of Lings. This hatchery gets killed off without a cancel. And we are going to be seeing these tanks just on siege and pushing forwards once again. Those drones continue to get picked away at here, and it looks as though aLive is just going to push on through this, and now Guru's going down to just 4 bases, I guess top left base, but it's so exposed to drops, etc. I mean, behind all of this, just aLive has been racking up the CCs, continuing to expand. Just there, he's stepped forwards and grabbed himself a couple of infestor kills as well. And aLive looks as though he's going to be able to close this one out with a 2-1 victory. I mean, Guru is still maxed out, don't get me wrong, but when you're in a position like this as the Zerg, trying to push down ramps like that against so many tanks, it definitely doesn't look pretty, and that's where the supply starts to drop very quickly, very heavily. aLive throws down the mule even to tell him, get out of here. Yep, says Guru, he agrees. aLive will take game 3 of this series, 2 games to 1, just like that.